Hey everybody, welcome back. I am in a huge rush, so we are going to jump right into it. Just so you know, this is my skin right now. This is your little skin update. Where's my thing? So basically, I had a really bad skin week 2 weeks ago, and it was bad. Seemingly out of nowhere. I didn't change anything about my routine or anything, but all of this and all of this is from that. This is the only active little guy that I have right now, and he popped up yesterday. His name is Carl. Everybody welcome Carl. Let's hope he doesn't stay too long. Here's the thing. After I filmed the Curology 3-month update, it occurred to me, I started thinking, like, why is my skin just so bad? Like, just why? Because I'm doing all the same things that I would do before whenever I would have breakouts, and it would fix it, and then now it's not fixing it. And then I got to thinking about, when did I really start to notice my skin getting this bad, and when did I go to the dermatologist and stuff like that. And then it occurred to me that I went to the dermatologist about my acne roughly 6 months after it really started getting bad, because I tried everything to like make it stop. And about 3 to 4 months before it started getting bad, I changed my birth control brand. So I have an IUD. I don't take the pill. I've had an IUD for 8 years now. And so basically the first one only lasts for 5 years, and then you have to get it replaced. And the first time around I had the Mirena, which was awesome, great, no issues with it. And then the second time, whenever I needed to get it replaced, the provider was like, oh, you know, we're not offering the Mirena anymore, we have a different one. And honestly, looking back on it, I kind of feel like it was kind of like an insurance scam kind of thing. Because, maybe not like a scam, but I think that they were definitely like still charging the Mirena price, but pocketing, you know, the extra, and kind of foisting this like lesser brand on us. So I think that that's where the trouble started. And I looked it up, and what mirror am I going to use? I'm going to use this mirror. I looked it up, and the IUDs, there's two types. There's the copper, and then there's the hormonal. I opted for the hormonal because then you don't get a period, or most people don't. So I have not had a period in 8 years, which is phenomenal. It is great. I would highly, highly recommend it to anybody who is able to get one. But the ingredients or the hormones or whatever in the Mirena and the Liletta, which is the one that I have, are supposedly exactly the same. But I feel like there may be some like inactive parts of it that is like additives or something that is like messing with me, because I was perfectly fine on the Mirena, and as soon as I switched to the Liletta, this started happening. And I looked it up, and it says actually that the hormone in the IUDs can cause a worsening of acne. So I think that that's really what has been going on, and it just took me this long to like figure it out, which sucks. Because now my skin, I feel like, looks completely wrecked. And it blows. But I have an appointment to get it removed. So we're going to see if that helps the situation with my skin. If it doesn't, well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but that's the next step, because it's like no matter what I do, this just continues to get worse and worse and worse. And where it's at now is significantly worse than where it was at a year ago and a year before that. Like, it's just like gradually increasing in worseness. So there's that. And also this redness right here and here. I nared my upper lip and between my brows right before this. Terrible idea, but I did it, and now I'm like red right there. But the breakouts, these two on my cheek still hurt so bad, even though they're not even there anymore. And Carl is really making his presence known. He hurts pretty bad. But it's like my skin, it will get better for like a week and then it will just like flare up again all over again. And it doesn't seem to be like a monthly occurrence. It's like every single week there's something going on. So I think that that's an issue, and that's how I'm going to work to rectify it, because if I can, I would prefer not to take any more like prescription medications for it or anything. I would just like to have it clear up. Also, I'm in such a rush because I have to go to Ulta in about 2 hours for a hair appointment, and I need to film this video and 2 more before that. So I wanted to do like a really fun like eye look today and just sit and chit chat, but we are in a rush, so that's not gonna happen. We're gonna do basic, but at least I can sit here and talk to you guys and just kind of catch up and tell you what's been going on. I'm gonna spot conceal real quick, shut this clip off, and then we'll come right back. Okay, so I've spot concealed as much as that's gonna go. It still looks freaking terrible. How cute is this? I got it at Walmart. It's Pioneer Woman. I will list everything that I'm using down below because I just don't have time to talk about each one of them while I talk about everything else. But while I'm at Ulta today, where's my foundation? Girl, I'm a mess. While I'm at Ulta today, I'm going to try to pick up the new Makeup Revolution Emily Edit, the Wants one. I don't know if I need the needs, but I might need the needs, but I definitely want the wants. You feel me? But who else is so excited for her? I mean, she was the very first makeup YouTuber that I subscribed to, and I'm still subscribed to her to this day. I think that she is just so genuine and nice and down to earth and normal, and I love that she has never really bought into that whole like Hollywood YouTuber LA lifestyle and stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with the people that did. Like, I totally enjoy some of those people, but it's really refreshing to not see somebody that goes on like every single brand trip and like gets every single PR package and loves everything, because we all know that that's just not normal or not realistic. But I'm just so excited for her, and I think I watched her video, and whenever she started tearing up, I started tearing up, because I feel like we've like kind of grown together over the past like maybe 8 years or so that I've been watching her. But just so excited for her. But so I'm gonna pick that up if they have it in stock. I hope that they do. And speaking of YouTubers, let me not say like my full ass opinion on this, but I do want to bring it up. All of the drama that has gone on with Manny and Laura and Nikita and Gabriel and Jeffrey, whoa. You know, some people back home, I suppose, they would call that the chickens coming home to roost, because all of these people had such nasty things to say, or acted shady in some way, and then now it's like coming back to bite them. But here's my thing about it. I think in general, everybody on the internet is living in a glass house, so we should probably all not be so quick to judge others, especially if you know damn well that you have things in your past that people can dig up, you know, and this goes for freaking everything, because I'm seeing this so much lately online, is that, you know, somebody will say something, and then, you know, the mob, not the organized crime mob, but like the social justice mob comes for them, you know, and it's like, first off, people don't always mean exactly what they say. Sometimes people say things just to get a rise out of other people, regardless of whether it's right or wrong, but the intention is not always how it's taken. And I think that we should all remember things like that, because then these people want sympathy, and want to be forgiven for their actions, but then they didn't want to forgive other people for their actions. You know, so it's little bit of hypocrisy at work here, but I will say that I don't expect an apology out of any of these people. I don't think that it's necessarily owed, especially if you don't fully mean your apology. I don't think that you should ever apologize for something that you're not actually sorry for just because you think that that's what the public wants. But with that being said, I did watch Gabriel's apology video, which was full of tea. Let me tell you, if you did not see it, I highly recommend it. But I came out of it liking him. And I think that if you're a follower, and you listen to what other people say too much instead of forming your own opinion about people, that's how you get into that situation, you know? So, I have added way too much foundation. Holy crap. So yeah, that was like nonstop drama, girl. And I watched way too much Rich Lux. And I have been like adopting his mannerisms this whole week, and it's got to stop. So there's that. Be kind to people. Don't judge people too quickly, and maybe don't say your opinion publicly if you don't want the backlash. That's all. Let's see how this is. I have to go out after this, so I'm trying not to look too crazy, because, you know, I'm going to Ulta, and everybody will judge everybody. So, like, I would almost rather go in there with no makeup on, because then they're just like, oh, that's a troll right there. As opposed to try to look good and they're like, you look like shit. But here we are, trying to look good. But I've been trying to catch up on my TV shows, because you guys, I like never have time to watch TV anymore. The only time that we really have to watch TV is Thursdays or Fridays, depending on when the load is ready in Sacramento. So I've been trying to get caught up on that. Last week we did not get home until like 24 hours late. I didn't get to film. I didn't get to do nothing. We did, however, get 2 ceiling fans installed though in my closet room and the second bedroom. So that was really exciting. Finally, we have light, because those rooms basically had no light. But anyway, moving on. I am blending too much, talking too much, got to get going. What I've been watching. So I have a Hulu thing and I have a Netflix thing. I don't particularly want Amazon. You guys know how I feel about Amazon. But I have a Hulu thing, so I've been trying to get caught up on Handmaid's Tale season 2. Let me just say that I thoroughly enjoyed season 1, and I actually really enjoyed the parts where you're kind of like seeing how life is for them, and kind of like seeing how they live life differently. I found it interesting, even though a lot of people were like disturbed by it or whatnot. I find it fascinating, you know? And I feel like this season, season 2, I've been watching it like religiously. Like I go through several episodes every week, but it's just not captivating me like the first season did, because it's much more like June's trying to escape. Okay, June, like, blah, blah, blah. Here's my thing about it. I cannot stand the characters. I don't like June. I think she's a freaking crybaby. I think that she is devious. Like, I can't stand it whenever she'll like look at the camera and be like, it creeps me out. I don't like it. There's just something about her that rubs me the wrong way. I'm sure Elizabeth Moss herself is actually lovely, but June, I cannot stand. I don't have sympathy for her as a character, even though I know that you're supposed to. I just kind of don't. I'm just kind of like, do what you want with June, because she's annoying. Which is terrible of me to say, but there you go. I'm not politically correct, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my god, June is like the most sympathetic character. She's not. The only one that I really like is Nick, partly because he's kind of cute. He also kind of looks like an old man though. Like, it's like he's young, but he looks old. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I do like, however, I like Nick. He's the only one that does not bug me with every single action that he does. But I also, I kind of like Serena, which makes me like the most abhorrent person on the planet because you're not supposed to sympathize with her. But I kind of get where she's coming from. Like, I would be so pissed if I was in her situation. And I would probably take it out on people that I shouldn't be taking it out on. Like, why did you have to slap Rita? But, you know, whatever. You know, times are different there, so, you know, let her do her thing. She's, like, hurting. So, I sympathize more with Serena Joy, as opposed to June. Just don't like her. And I also find Luke... June's husband, to be extremely annoying. Like, you're sitting up there in Canada, your husband, your wife is like gone, your child is gone, and you're just like, do, let's have fun, let's go to a protest, let's eat cereal, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, he's such a beta male. I cannot with him. Like, if that was me and my husband and child was missing, I would like not be able to just be like, oh, this is great, let's have Indian food. No. Not happening. So I just have no sympathy for most of these characters. I just don't, you know, and that makes me a terrible person, of course, but whatever. So there's that. I've also been trying to watch 13 Reasons Why, but I'm finding it so hard to get into the second season of that. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed the first season. I thought each episode just made me want to watch the next one, And this one, dude, I started watching it back whenever it first came out. And I haven't even finished the second episode because I just am not, like, intrigued by it. So if you've watched all of season 2 or most of it, like, does it get any better, or is it just kind of like plodding along like Mr. Magoo over there? Because so far it's just kind of like, where's the beef? Now I will say that, where are my face brushes and my eye brushes? The first season I enjoyed, but you know what? Yet again, I'm the most horrible person on the planet because I don't sympathize with Hannah on the majority of things that she whined about. And that's the thing. She's a freaking whiner. You know, and maybe this is like an unattractive part of my personality, but I just don't have empathy or sympathy or tolerance for people that whine about their situations, but that don't do anything to like improve your situation. You know, I feel like the majority of things that she took issue with, it's kind of like, that's high school, get over it. You know, let me just say, in my high school, if I would have been on a paper that said like best ass, I would have been like, oh, thank you so much. Where's my bouquet? You know, like I would have been thrilled. I don't feel like that is something to be like, you know, one of the reasons why you would want to do something like she did. But that's me. I get that a lot of people don't, you know, like being catcalled or comments on, you know, themselves or whatever, but it's like, I enjoy being feminine. I enjoy, you know, admiring or whatever. I don't know how to put it, but you know, like things like that don't, that's not something to me to be like offended by. And if you don't like it, like then just ignore it. I don't see the point of like dwelling on it. You know, it's like somebody is saying like, I'm interested in you, or I like this aspect of you. I don't feel like that's horrible, but if you listen to only people online, you would thoroughly think that everybody thinks that way, which is unfortunate. I saw somewhere, I'm using this Too Faced Peachy Matte. I feel like I'm going a million miles a minute, but I saw somewhere the other day, I can't remember, maybe TMZ or something, but it was Suzanne Summers. Ooh, which one do I want to use? Suzanne Summers was saying that flirting is dying because of, you know, the whole, like, don't say anything to me, don't say anything about my looks or my body or whatever. And I totally agree. Like, how else are you supposed to get together with people if you can't be like, hey, I like the way that you look, you know, or anything like that. So that's unfortunate. In my opinion, that's how I think. I know that other people will not agree with me on that, and that is perfectly fine. But, you know, my channel, my opinions, my video, I'm going to tell you what I think. Speaking of telling you what I think, I want to tell you about this girl. I've been following her on YouTube and Instagram for quite some time. Her name is Kim, and I will link all of her stuff down below because you need to follow her as long as you don't get easily offended by things. And it's not that she's going to, you know, like say a bunch of political things or anything. She really doesn't get into that realm, but she is a plus size blogger. That's how she started out, and then now she's like an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, and she will flat out tell you like it is. And even if you aren't plus size, I think that she is phenomenal to get advice from and information from. And she has this whole level up series on her YouTube channel that I will link down below also. And I was watching like all of those, or listening to them while I was driving. And it just resonated with me so much because, you know, it's like, she talks a lot about body positivity and how it's kind of not a good thing. And I agree with her on that, because whether we like to admit it or not everything looks good on everybody, and not every flaw should be showcased if you want to actually have a career or have the relationship that you want or anything like that. Like, you have to know how to showcase your assets and hide your flaws, because we all have both. So she will straight up tell you, you know, like, fat women can't do this, that, and the other. And it's true, you know, if you want to believe that way. And if you don't, there are plenty of other bloggers out there who will tell you differently. But I like her realistic approach to things, and she will say, you know, like, even though we can't do this, that, and the other, you can do X, Y, and Z, and you shouldn't let that hinder you. So I think it's a really positive message. So I will link all of her stuff down below. I do sometimes, if you follow me on Snapchat, I post some of her stuff whenever I come across an Instagram post that I just really think like hits the nail on the head. That's who I'm posting whenever you guys see those. So she's kind of my like style inspiration. And I try to model, you know, my taste and stuff after her, because she's just so good at it. I'm really not even paying attention to what I'm doing. So that's super inspiring. And she then also has another group that's all about like marriage and relationships and like how to have successful relationships. So love that also. I follow her on all of the things. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my eyes. Let's go into this one. So absolutely love her. And she's also a big proponent of buying like inexpensive but still nice quality clothing, and then spending your money on like nice luxury accessories, which is something I aspire to do. I do have some, but I would like to have a better collection of them, more versatile pieces and stuff. Versatile. So her style is phenomenal, guys. Like, just check her out. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna keep talking about it. I feel like I've rambled on about her for a long time, but I look up to her so much. And then What else? Oh, I've been listening to a podcast that my friend recommended to me. I'm not really that into podcasts. Meredith, who you guys have heard me talk about a while on here, she created a podcast that I've been listening to, and I like her content, but she was the only one that I was listening to. And then my friend recommended me like a crime kind of one, and I was like, ooh, because I love like investigation discovery, lockup, forensic files and all that stuff. So this one is called Court Junkie, I think. I'll link it down below. But oh my god, I've been binging those episodes. I think she has like 60 episodes or something. And I've just been going back and listening to all of the episodes, and they're so good. They range from like an hour to an hour and a half long, and it's just like kind of going through like the trial, like the investigation and the trial of all of these like different, like mostly murder cases, and it's just fascinating. So I'm really loving that one. Oops, just kicked the thing. Whatever. I am exhausted. This is full of iced coffee right now. I don't even know what time it is. I don't have a clock in here. I'm filming on my phone, so I can't look at that, and I am just feeling like I'm gonna be late. So what I'm filming today, because you'll probably see this video first, is I have a hard time talking and doing something at the same time, but I use this for highlight. I'm filming a wallet video to kind of go along with my handbag video from last week or so. By the way, I loved making that video. Thank you to everybody that watched it, because that just kind of like, I just loved doing it. I had so much fun with it. I love to do kind of like comedy type of like little things to insert, and I would love to do more of it. It's just that I need to freaking have time. But this wallet one is gonna be just like, I'm replacing the wallet that I showed you in my what's in my bag video, and I want to tell you what I replaced it with, but also kind of why you should invest in accessories and stuff like that, kind of like what I was talking about with Kim, just because of the cost per use. And that's something that I've been thinking about, especially with the wallets lately, because ever since we were trucking, I've been using like very inexpensive wallets, but I go through them like water. And then I was just like, you know what, I gotta go back to the old way where I invested in quality pieces, at least in something like that that won't get super beat up, and just do it, man. I lost my train of thought right now. I don't know where I was going with it, but I'm filming a wallet video, and then I am also filming what am I doing with this, man? I feel like it needs something, but I don't freaking know what. And then I'm also filming the Bad Gal Bang mascara review. So that's what you can look forward to then. But I've also, I've ordered quite a few things, this past week. So once everything comes in, I'm going to do a haul on all of that stuff. Because I ordered just a few like little, jacket type clothing items, because I don't want to order, really like pants and stuff like that, since I am still on my weight loss thing. We'll talk about that in just a second also, now that I'm thinking about it. But I'll film a review on, or a haul on that stuff, because I feel like I got kind of a nice variety of things coming that I want to talk about. But as for the diet, are we just going to leave this like this? Because let's put something on the lower lash line and be done with it. Because I am just off the rails right now. Is this the highlighting one? This is the highlighting one. I really should label these. I stopped keto a few weeks ago because I was getting so sick. Every time that I ate something, I would just feel sick to my stomach, just like nauseous. And I think I can't eat all that high-fat food anymore. It's just a little bit much. And I actually talked to my doctor about it, because I have some like goals or whatever coming up that I wanted to get her input on. And she suggested, you know, that it's a perfectly good diet to be on to reach some like short-term goals and stuff, but like she wouldn't recommend eating high fat for a prolonged period of time, and I was on it for almost 5 months. So my body kind of just started not enjoying it. So I'm just doing a kind of like healthy eating diet. It's technically called the DASH diet, which is, I think, like dietary approach to stopping hypertension or something. But it's really just like eating like 5 servings of fruits, 5 servings of vegetables, and like lean proteins and whole grains. So I've been doing that. And of course, the weight isn't coming off as quickly right now with it because I introduced carbs whenever I really wasn't having very many carbs at all. But I'm not gaining weight, so I'm happy with that. And I think once I kind of level off, I'll start losing the weight a little bit better again. But God, I'm having a really hard time doing 2 things at once today. My husband always says, 2 things at once, 2 things at once. And I'm like, I can't. I get to talking and then it's like I can't do something else at the same time. It's just really hard. Wow, oh, you know what? I do have something else I wanted to talk about. This little guy. Amanda, thank you so much for recommending this. I said on Snapchat that this would be a gateway drug. And of course it is, because now that I've used this, I'm like, maybe I could do other things with my brows. Here's the thing. You guys know that I love my Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. That's the only thing that I use in my brows. I love it. I love the way that it makes my brows look. But I do always notice on this brow, right here, there's this little, it's like a little bald patch, and I can't ever get anything to grow there. But I was always kind of like, well, screw it. I'm not going to do anything else. Like, I don't like to use all that extra stuff. Because for me, I got to talk and do this at the same time. For me, I don't like the way that a super sculpted brow looks on me. I feel like it looks very, very, what's the word? Like, I want to say inappropriate, but I don't mean inappropriate. It just looks like it doesn't go with my face, you know? So I never liked, you know, using all of those like pomade and dip brow and powder and pencil and blah, 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 blah. I just did not ever like it because I always felt like it just looked way too much, you know? But, this allows me to still have a natural looking brow, but like fill in those little gaps and make it look a little bit more plump. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I kind of want to get the Maybelline one, the Total Temptation one, because it's kind of like that ABH brow definer type of shape, to see what that looks like. I think it might be too much, but I want to see. So I kind of just like filled that in just barely, just a little bit, and I feel like I could do a little bit right there. And then, wow, I need to pluck my brows. God, I'm a mess today. I am a mess. Okay, so look at that. It's already kind of like, you know, I can't raise this eyebrow. I can raise that one. That was awkward for me. It was probably awkward for you too. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I keep losing my train of thought because I'm like so flustered right now, just trying to get everything done and thought of that I need to think of. I felt like there was another TV show I was going to talk about with you guys, but I can't remember. We have been though. Ooh, Better Call Saul started again. Are you guys watching that, Better Call Saul? I think that this is going to be like the last season or something, right? Like, I feel like there's something about a last season coming up, but I'm kind of sad because I really enjoyed it. I went really heavy-handed with that. But I'm excited about that. The first episode was a little like slow, but you know, whatever. We didn't get to watch the episode last week because we were so busy, but we'll watch it this week. And then we've also been watching Million Dollar Listing New York, which we love. We love all the Million Dollar Listing ones. I personally love Frederick, and his husband, I forget his name. Doesn't really matter because I love Frederick and I love the dogs, because he also has dachshunds. So, of course, he's my favorite because of that. Anybody that loves a wiener as much as I do is A-okay in my book. But I don't know how I take myself serious sometimes. Like, I can't take myself serious. And I hope that you don't take me super serious either, because, you know, life is too short to take everything super serious and get super, like, offended by things and all that stuff. So here's the thing. We ordered the Note 9. And of course it's back ordered. We ordered that, and you know what? Like, I bought a Canon camera, like the Rebel T6i or whatever, like 2 years ago to use on my channel. And guess what? Have never used it. We've used it on my husband's videos a couple times, but I honestly don't like using it. Like, I feel like I would only like it if we actually had like the big setup with like a monitor and stuff, but we just don't have that knowledge of how to do everything, and then having the time to actually sit down and figure out how it would all be set up and stuff is just like overwhelming to us right now with not being home very often. And the Note can film in 4K, so I'm kind of like, I think I might just get rid of the Canon because I just don't use it. And it was like, it hurts my soul because that was like $1,300 I spent. I saved up for a whole year to buy it, and then it was just so overwhelming to figure out how to use it. And importing the footage into Final Cut and looking at it side by side with my phone footage, there is no difference at all. Even with the Galaxy S7 Edge that I'm filming with, and that I've been filming with this whole time, for the past, like, I guess, yeah, it's been 2 years since I've had it. So it's like, it's kind of like, well, what's the point, you know? I would rather be able to put that money toward buying like another MacBook or something so that we each have one to edit on. But it just sucks. Like, there you go, you know, like, really think through your investments and what you spend your money on, because I thought that I had thought that through, but then really, you know, I guess I'm just not that kind of YouTuber that, you know, that I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but like, there are YouTubers that really like can take it super, super serious, and like, it's like their full-time job, but this is not my full-time job, and like, I don't have the time to figure out all of this excess stuff and work away from home as much as I do. So it's just kind of like, I would rather things be like simple, easy. I have this nice big monitor right here, like my phone screen, that I can see, whereas the one on the Canon is like this friggin' big, and it's just, it's a pain whenever you really want to like see. And also, even though it has autofocus, like, there will be some times where there's like 10 seconds where you're out of focus, and if you don't catch it, you basically can't use that footage. And for us, once we've filmed and we're done, that's it. There's no time to go back and refilm things. So it just doesn't work. So I think that that's what we're going to do, you know, it's just being realistic about our capabilities, you know. So there's that. I don't know where I was going with that. I really don't remember. I am so all over the place. You're probably going to have whiplash by the time you finish watching this, because I feel like I've been all over the map and back, but, you know, I really wanted to sit down and talk to you guys. I really wanted to have more time, though, to sit down and, like, talk and not have to rush through everything, but this is just how life is going right now. It's unpredictable with freight right now. We never know if we're actually going to get home, or what time we're going to get home on Sundays, or if it's going to be on a Monday. So there's that. Like, we're making do, you know. I would love to be able to get up some more content. For a while I was getting up 3 videos a week, but I just haven't had time, you know. There's no freaking time. I need a vacation, which leads me to my next point. We're taking a vacation, but it's not a real vacation. It's like which one is the blush one? I bought a blush brush, and I think it's this one. I wonder if this, I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to use this, but I feel like it's kind of small for my purposes. Anyway, we, at the end of September, finally are taking some more, there's no mirror here. We're finally taking some more time off. We're going to take a week off and just chill out at home, and I'm hoping that I can really devote some good quality time to getting some content filmed for the channel, some interesting things, some fun things that aren't just, you know, review after review after review, or like recommendations or blah, blah, blah. So I'm excited for that because it is long overdue. I've really been needing some time off because I just get so burnt out from all of the not knowing what's going to happen. Like whenever we didn't get home last week, I was livid. Livid. I'm pretty sure that I was like the worst thing to be around for my husband because I was just so mad and angry about not getting home. But did you hear that? I feel like this like wiggled around. Maybe that was just me. So it was just not a good time. But this week we got home at a decent time. It's just that we have a million freaking things to do instead of being able to really relax. So there's that. So we're gonna have a week off. What else do I need to do besides my brows? Oh my god. I am a mess. Wow, I feel sorry for the people at Ulta that have to look at me today. Okay, I'm going to do my brows, and then I'm going to do my lashes off camera because I can't talk and do those at the same time. It's just not possible. But we are going to fill in with this, my favorite. And I haven't used this with the pencil yet, so I'm kind of excited to see how that ends up looking. This one is getting a little bit fibery. I think I need to replace it, get a new one. I'm going to, I already told you I wanted to buy the Emily thing. Are any of you guys going to buy that? I can't remember if I asked you. What did you think of it? Like, I honestly feel like she is, out of all of the YouTubers that I've seen do a collaboration with a brand, even out of the YouTubers that I like, I feel like she's the most deserving, because she's just always stayed so genuine and so true to her channel and never like hyped up a brand just because she got PR and stuff. So I thoroughly enjoy that, and I feel like her channel has actually grown very slow in comparison to like the younger YouTubers and stuff. She's been on here for like, I think she said 11 or 10 years or something, and she's still at under 1 million, at least as of yesterday. So, I mean, she's very close. She's close to 1 million. But, you know, other people, they grow to like 4 or 5 million within like a year. And you're like, whoa, what happened there? So I'm just really excited for her. You know, I feel like she fully has earned it and deserves every bit of, you know, goodness that there is. And that's another thing. God, I look really... This is not a good day. This is not a good makeup day. Here's the thing. I feel like I'm going off on a million tangents, and I'm actually going to try to talk and do my lashes because I want to get this out. But I feel like I've already forgotten what I was actually going to say. I see so many people, like, you know, they go on all these like brand trips, you know, and then the only time they talk about products on their channel is whenever they get PR and stuff like that. And it's like, you know what, I think PR is a necessary thing, you know, because these people are influencers. That is their job and stuff like that, and they should influence you to buy something. But you also have to be strong enough to say, like, I'm going to listen to their opinion, but I don't have to, like, run out and buy something. But also, like, I see so much drama happening on brand trips and so much drama happening in people's worlds, and I'm just like, doesn't that just seem like a nightmare? Like, doesn't that just seem like the worst freaking thing ever? Like, I can't imagine, you know, like, actually wanting to be a part of that, you know? Like, there are brand trips where girls have stolen other girls' boyfriends and husbands. There have been brand trips where people, you know, get into, like, cat fights, and it's like, why would you want to do that? Like, I hate going on vacation with other people anyway, because I want to do what I want to do, just me and my husband, and I don't want to have to, like, follow a schedule or anything. So that just seems like the worst thing to me, you know, is having to, like, do all of these, like, kind of chores to get to go on these trips, and it just doesn't, you know. I hear so many people say, like, you know, you go on these trips with people that you don't even really enjoy, but you get the free trip, so what the hell? And I'm just like, I'd rather sit at home. So, you know, it's like, I don't know. If you are just stumbling upon this and you've made it this far listening to me ramble, and you also have a channel, don't feel the need to cave into that pressure, because it's really not necessary. You know, you may not grow as fast as those people, but you also will not be thrown to the wolves like those people whenever something bad happens. So keep that in mind. Unless you enjoy being eaten alive, which I don't think most people do. I was going to make a joke out of that, but let's not. So there you have it. We are all ready. I don't know what this is, but I've had fun getting ready with you guys today. I hope that you had fun getting ready with me, and I hope that you followed along on the crazy train, because I was all over the place today. But regardless, I have 1 hour to do my other 2 videos, so look out for those. And then I need to hop on over to the Ulta, get my Emily palette hopefully, and get my hair cut, because it's getting pretty, like, unruly. And that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that I didn't piss any of you off too much, but if I did, oh well. Stick around for the next episode, and hopefully I won't say anything that will annoy you, and if I did, bye! That is it. I'm a little bit cuckoo today. The coffee is setting in. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!